Hi YouTube, this is my entry to the FL Sun speedboat race. It's another speedboat race, but this time we are running a 200% scaled Banshee. That changes quite a bit because usually we are cooling and acceleration limited on those Banshee races. This time it's more flow limited. Let's dive directly into the settings. I'm running 2 parameters as requested, 3 solid top and bottom layers as requested. The layer height is 0.25 millimeters. 10% infill, we combine it every second layer. Speeds, I decided on some medium-sized speeds, not going full ham. Infill 400 millimeters per second, everything else a little bit slower, or significantly slower actually. This is just because this is where we make up for time in this Banshee, and I had the Banshee that was almost half the time of the one I'm showing now, but it just didn't look good because the extruder cannot keep up, or better said, the hot end cannot melt the plastic fast enough. We're running 18,000 millimeters per second squared for the accelerations, which is also much less than I was running in the beginning, which was 40,000. But you only gain very limited minutes on this Banshee this way. I'm running ASA and at 275 degrees Celsius. And you can see I'm very much not cooling limited. I'm running my fans at half speed only because it's just the flow limits and it doesn't make sense to go faster with the fans. Now the machine I'm using is a Red Rig V Minion. It has slight modifications. I changed the hot end to a Rapido Ultra High Flow. The cooling fan is a 4028, but only a medium-sized one, not the big ones. One of those 15-watt Sanyos that are quite popular these days. And yeah, I'm running EVA 3, which means I'm also running a modified X motor cage for the end stop fix, although this one is actually that is a sensorless homing machine, but never mind. For square corner velocity, I'm running 18 millimeters per second, so also quite moderate, not going full ham on it. I went on a Banshee that was 24 minutes with the 200% scale, which is equal to this very same profile, spit out a estimate of 5 minutes for a normal sized Banshee, so quite at the limits of the machine. And then I realized I won't be able to make it look good at those speeds just because the hot end cannot keep up. So I went down, and in the end I actually removed part of the machine. I was pretty hard at the 800 euro limit at the beginning, running an active heated chamber, and also 48 volts for X and Y steppers. I removed all of that now, so the chamber is not actively heated anymore, which is possible because I'm using ASA. At the beginning I was using ABS and wanted to go full speed with the fans and then just see where I limit there and just up the temperature for the flow, and then I ended up running ABS at 360 degrees, and it just looked awful, of course. For a Banshee of that size, I needed a really warm chamber to not warp. Now that I'm calming down, it's possible without active heating, so I could remove that. The 48 volts electronics is also not necessary at the speeds we're running now. So basically, despite cooling and extruder, we're running a stock Minion, which is bolted into a cube of 3030 rails as a enclosure, but that doesn't change a lot. And yeah, let's see how it looks on the printer. Okay, let's have a look. From here it looks quite good. It's stuck to the build plate. Yeah, we need to wait for it to cool down before I can grab it. But you can see we have no cooling issues on the front there. What we usually have, we have a small hole in the extrusion, but mostly fine. Layer stacking looks really good. Yeah, happy with the result. Okay, let's look at the results. First of all, we can see here that the layer stacking is quite nice. We don't have a lot of ringing, and the overhangs do actually look nice. Looking a little bit more in detail on the overhangs, especially at the front, you can see a little bit of grease from my fingers there actually, but cooling worked really good. That's the house of the Banshee, and you can see the wheel looks really nice. The smokestack, the layer stacking generally is really good. And from the top we can see two small minor defects on the top layers, but overall I'm happy with the results as well. And now from the back we can read the text and can see that the seam is nice, or at least okay, and layer stacking again looks good. And that's from the back, and here we can actually see that layer stacking is really nice, smokestack is looking good, overhangs are looking great actually, and the minor bridging you can see on the window is also really nice. Overall, I think for the time is not massively fast at that point. I think there will be people doing it in about half the time what I did, which was 39 minutes. But I think this is quite a nice compromise between time and results, and I'm actually happy. Let me know what you think. Thank you.